Hebrew Israelites come out here week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known as Babylon in the scriptures, the Holy Bible. First off, we want to say all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS, and salutations to the brothers in this truth. That's out here in sincerity. Right now we at the end of times. So we just gonna go right in.
Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it.
That's right. It's talking about these days. Not these days that we're in right now. The days that's coming. That we're gonna be. Go read that one more time.
Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
It's gonna be like a day that never was. That's never been before. Why is that? Because there's gonna be so many tribulations, so many troubles going on that you're not gonna know what to do. Go ahead, let the scripture speak.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's trouble. Jacob, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's their trouble. It's also the time of salvation. But the troubles is what you gotta go through first.
Just like if you notice, a lot of the black male shootings is picking up. You know, a lot of that is going on now. Basically, the scriptures are starting to speak, man. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, you know, of course, the apostles been out here, and the elders under them been out here, and we've been out here for almost 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's wrong with Jake. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They wait to the last minute. So being that a lot of this is going on, that's why you're starting to see protests going on. And those protests, those is going to level up to riots pretty much, man. And those is going to level up to race wars, man, just like we've been speaking on. See, it's the fact that we say something, we might come out here a month straight and talk about something and you don't see it happening, and you sit there and don't think that it's going to happen, man. Well, shit, you go to church every Sunday and the pastor say, quote unquote, Jesus is coming back, and you believe that throughout the whole week. But being that we speak prophecy, you don't believe it's going to happen because it's not happening as soon as we say it, man.
Yeah, it was riots in Cleveland yesterday. It was riots in Oakland. You know, and that's basically where the finals is going to be, in both those cities. You know, because like the brother said, the cops out here shooting down Jakes.
Like I said, it's Jacob's trouble, man. Jacob represents Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know?
You want to get this one?
Finish this.
This is Blue Letter Bible. This is the Hebrew word for trouble. All right. It is strong 6869. It's Tazorah, which is straits, distress, trouble,
Straits, hard time.
Vexer. It says Vexer, rival wife. Going down some more, it says some more words for it is distress, affliction,
Affliction. You know, that's a great word right there. Because that's what you can be going through. You can go through dire straits, like it said, and afflictions, punishments. For all the wickedness that you did when you was on this side, for scoffing at the men of the Lord, for not turning back to your heritage.
It says adversity, anguish, and tribulation.
Adversity, because the elect is going to have to go through that adversity to be saved. Just because the 2/3 go through it, don't mean the elect's not going to go through it, because it's going to go, matter of fact, it's going to go into that. In Matthew 24. All right, go ahead.
The second half of Jeremiah 30 and 7, it says, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Well, it went into it right there. It's adversity. The elect, they got to go through those adverse situations, and the elect is going to be saved out of it. but they still gotta fight too. Like we said, it's gonna be a time that there never was before. You ain't seen UN troops on every corner. You ain't never seen concentration camps. You ain't never seen guillotines. The implementation of the mark of the beast. You barely seen race riots. You seen them sparsely in the past, here and there, but you ain't seen it on a mass scale like this.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
That's right. In these times, there's going to be many false prophets. Nate Satan, that's a false prophet. Baloo, that's a false prophet.
Azar.
Go ahead. I wanted to, because it's going right in where I want, where I needed to get straight to the point.
Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
That's right, because in these times, the love of many, people are not going to be your friend. People say they're your friend, but they're going to be looking out for their own backs. Why? Because they're going to be going through affliction. They're going to be going through those straits. They're going to be going through hunger pains. They're worried about them, their seed, and their family. Matter of fact, in Kings, when the two people, the two ladies, they had two kids, and they cooked one day, and they was gonna cook the other one the next day, and she hit her son. People gonna be doing that.
Second Ezra chapter 15, I'm starting 14. It says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
That's right. Woe means destruction. When it draweth nigh, that means it's coming close. It's right upon you.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
That's right. That's a race riot right there. That's a race war. That's black people versus so-called black people versus so-called white people. Mexicans versus so-called white people. Because really, everybody on this planet hates the so-called white man. Why? Because he goes around and he puts affliction on people. He comes in their country unjustly. He does what he damn well please, and nobody is there to stop him, basically. That's why Yahweh Bashim Yahshai has to come back and end this madness.
Let's jump down to the point. That whole strip is good. This is verse 19. So the 18, it says, For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
That's right. Read that one more time.
It says, For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
The city should be troubled. Because if you're in a city situation, an urban situation, when martial law comes, you're not getting out that city. They're going to seal the city up. You're going to set up trucks on every block. There's going to be curfews. They're going to be rounding people up, putting them in concentration camps, torturing people, chipping people. You ain't ready for this.
It says, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
That's right, men should be afraid. Grown men. Not little boys, grown men gonna be afraid. Why? Because they can't protect their sons, their daughters, their wives. They can't do anything. They go outside, they gonna get shot. They can't get food. Foreign troops gonna be here. They see somebody of a different race, they gonna try to fuck them up. And they show you this in these TV shows. Any post-apocalyptic TV show like Jericho or a few other shows out there that they had, in a martial law situation, if you were in an urban area, what was it, World War Z? When they went into the store, what happened? They was trying to rape the wife. Everybody was trying to get their shit and go. That's a hostile situation just going to the store. No matter how much money you got in the bank, that's gonna be shit because the financial system's gonna crash. You can't pay your way out of this.
It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods.
That's right. That's why they're gonna be scared. That's why men gonna be scared because their neighbor might come and try to take what they got. Because if your neighbor got a Glock and you got a butter knife, what's gonna happen? You about to come off that, or they gonna kill you.
Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
For the lack of bread and great tribulation. Because they hungry. If you watch any survival show, when people get hungry, after 2-3 days, they'll eat anything. Whether it's scriptural or not. Now the men of the Lord said he gonna feed his men. And they know not to eat a lizard or to eat something that's not scriptural. But these heathens, they'll eat anything, including you. They showed that on the road.
Well, when you go back to the curses, you know, we still under the curses. They said we're gonna eat, you know what I'm saying, our kids. Well, Lord willing, not us, but we're gonna have 2/3 out here. They're gonna be eating their kids and everything, man. It's gonna get that bad as far as a famine. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, this place is systematically set up to, well, I'm gonna say the Bible systematically set this place up through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because it's so easy to, I'm hungry, let me go grab a burger off the value menu, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes time to, when certain people ain't ate in a couple days, like, they like, what the hell I'm gonna do, man? So you will get bugged out, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not used to fasting, you're not used to, you know what I'm saying, half fasting, you know, just doing water or just doing vegetables, you know, not eating meat, no bread or something like that. You just used to eating when you hungry. So once that get taken from you, you know what I'm saying, all hope is lost. In 3, 4, 5 days, your motherfucking son or your daughter, your son or your daughter walk around, they looking like a 5-course meal to you, man.
Yeah, because you can't go 3 days without water. You can't go 3 weeks without food.
That lack of sustenance is gonna cause chaos. All right, and just like our apostles been saying, man. When Jake ain't got nothing else, they ain't got nothing else to lose, they lose it. And that's gonna be that moment when Jake is gonna lose it. When they can't, like you said, can't feed their kids, can't feed their family or themselves, then they gonna lose it, man. Ain't no compromising. That's why these days has been set up from the beginning, man.
Just like the brother said, you used to getting it whenever you need it. Go to Burger King, get a burger. Go to your water faucet, turn on the water, and get some water. Well, what if they do a water ration? California has a drought right now, and they had a dam that was holding 50 million gallons of water, and somebody purposely popped the dam or broke the dam and released all that water, and just wasted 50 million gallons of water, which was enough to water, I believe they said, 5,000 homes for a full year. So with them already in a drought, that's a lot of water wasted. That's a lot of water lost. But also, it's set up like that. These elites, they do shit like that. False flag attacks.
I'm about to say, we already know who, quote unquote, purposely did it, you know?
Cause they want to see how you niggas gonna react to it, man.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
That's that adversity that we was just talking about. You got to make it through the adversity. Because he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. So you got to make it through Jacob's trouble. You got to make it through all the bullshit that's going to be going on with the armies and the navies and the concentration camps. You know, till the Most High and the Son come back through what's called so-called UFOs, which is really the spaceships, the angels, the men of the Lord.
Yeah, just think of it like the brother brought up, you know, analogy a while back. He said you in a burning building and the cops get called. So let's say you in that burning building, but you hear the sirens. You like, oh yes, they hear. That's the time we in now. You know that salvation is close. You know what I'm saying? You can like hear it, smell it, see it. That's salvation, but we're not saved just yet. So technically, you gotta keep going, man. If you're in that burning building, you still gotta try and get out of there, or try and make sure you heard or seen when a firefighter come in there. And that's the time that we in. Like, I don't know if the brother planned on going to the end of this scripture, the end of this chapter, but it's gonna go into that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be doing. You know, you gotta endure to the end, cause it's not over until it's over, man.
Glad you said that, cause like the brother said, we in the burning building right now, and Jacob's trouble is you in the burning building, you hear the sirens, but a beam just fell right in front of you. Yeah. A big beam that's on fire fell right in front of you, and you gotta get around it to the window. That's adversity. You gotta crawl underneath the smoke, make it down the stairs, touch the hot door, the doorknob.
This is 1 Timothy's chapter 4, verse 13. It says, "Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine."
That's right.
That's clear, man.
You don't even need a breakdown. They said everything that you're supposed to be doing, everything that you should be doing. Blessed is he that we should be found doing. You know where that's at?
It's in that chapter.
That's later on in the chapter.
When the Lord come and he find a servant doing.
See, Matthew 24 and 14. "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world."
That's what we're doing right now. We're preaching it throughout the whole world. From right here in Omaha and also in the internet. Because this Omaha video is going to go throughout the whole world. Not only that, there's other camps set out throughout the whole world, pushing the same vibration as we are. Come back to your nation. The Negros, Latinos, Native Americans are the true Israelites of the Bible. That America is Babylon, is going to be destroyed in the third world war. That the so-called white man is the devil. That the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. I'm saying that's what our job is.
It says, "This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
That's right, and then shall the end come. That's why it's so important to be out here on these streets, to be out here on the highways. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do lessons inside, you know what I'm saying, sit down lessons, but it says to be on the highways and byways.
In season and out of season.
In season and out of season. Rain, sleet, sunshine, it don't matter.
I don't know if some of them brothers don't, or some of them niggas don't go out because you don't have to be out here for hours and hours and hours, man. It's about sincerity. Right? Like I said, nothing wrong with doing sit down. You gotta do the work, man. Be out here for 30 minutes. If that's what it takes, you still gotta do the work.
Cause somebody could have came up that day. You know, we out here on the main street here in North Omaha, which is Ames Street.
You gotta go more than 30 minutes though.
I'm just saying the sincerity, you know.
Yeah. 30 minutes. I don't know how you sincere for 30 minutes.
If you, I was about to say, if you doing it in sincerity, you gonna go more than 30 anyway, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, don't come out here with a timer set. You know?
Yeah, you got a goddamn timer set on your phone, nigga. That's not sincere.
BB.
You know?
But we out here on the main strip here in Omaha, in North Omaha, on Ames Street. You know, cars flying up and down the block every day, or all the time.
Yeah, it's so many, you know what I'm saying? So many people at my job like, what you be doing out there? What you be...
So we know you see, so I get the same questions.
Read the Bible.
By this time, if Jake don't know what's going on, it's damn near too late. You've been out here for years. Okay, you haven't been trying to see what's going on.
You know, it's a red light right here. The cars stop right here all the time. You know, some people here, they're saying they could be converted. They can hear the word and they can, you know what I'm saying, go home and do their own research.
Yeah, like if, let's just say the brother was just so happened to pan the camera. You have McDonald's right here. You have Burger King right here. You have Phil's Foodway, and they got a sign on the side of that says liquor, and another sign a little bit from that says beer, wine, and liquor. You have wigs, hair extensions, which is mid-K. So Jake is here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jake is here. You got Burger King, McDonald's, a convenient food store, and
gas station.
You know, we ain't too much worried about women, but you got women, they got their little store to come get their extensions and stuff, man. So it's not like we in an alley or something like that. And like the brother said, we have been out here for years, you know, of course, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Through the adversity that we endured, you know what I'm saying, for the situation we've been through at this location, man.
People also got to hear that judgment as well. That judgment needs to come out.
Well, let me grab this right quick, just right quick, because I was going actually. I know it's kind of like almost.
You know, that's why.
Oh, here we go.
Like I was saying, it's so important for men of the Lord to come out here, man. And that's why a prophet's reward is a prophet's reward, because they had to work for that. Go ahead.
It's 3 verses. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel.
What kind of people are they?
To a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me.
Exactly, to a rebellious nation. Because they're not going to want to hear it. We know that 2/3 of our people don't want to hear it. Then everybody we see don't want to hear it. But that don't mean that we ain't going to stop this program. Like Jay say, one monkey don't stop no show.
Like you said, that judgment has